everybody, it's Art Club Day. I miss you so much. I hope you and your family are doing well. Today, the project that I have come up with is something really simple. I'm in my kitchen and I thought I found a recipe for egg ornaments. And it's called salt dough. And you use a cup of flour, a half a cup of salt, and a half a cup of water. And you mix it all together and then you bake it. And then after it dries, you can paint them and put string on them and make some ornaments. I thought you maybe make some Easter egg ornaments, maybe for a neighbor or your friends or a family. Also, I thought if you had siblings, maybe your siblings can help too. So right now, I have all the ingredients right here. I have a pan with some wax paper on it. I have a bowl. I have a little tray with a little flour on it, and then because we're going to mix it all together in a bowl, and we're going to knead it. Knead it is like pressing it and making sure it's all mixed in. I have a straw to put the hole in it, and I just happen to have a little an oval, a little egg cutter, but you can cut it with a knife, or you might try to find anything in your kitchen that can give you an egg shape. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to mix a cup of flour, just the all-purpose flour. I have a half a cup of salt, and then I also have a half a cup of water. So you're going to stir all three of these things together. You're going to stir all these together and mix it up. Okay. It's kind of clumpy. So if it's a little too clumpy, you could probably add just maybe a little bit of extra water. Not too much though. It's always easier to add than take away. Might need a little bit more. Okay. It's looking better. A little bit more. Okay, so it's kind of starting to stick together. So I'm going to take this and put it on my cutting board that I have a little flour on. And then I'm going to start squishing it together. And it's going to be messy, but that's okay. Now, I think it needs just a little bit more water. You're just going to have to judge it yourself. You want it to kind of look like Play-Doh, or the soft clay sometimes we play with at school. So there we go. Maybe you could pick up all the little pieces on the cookie cut pad. Okay, so there we go. So now you also need a rolling pin, but I don't have a rolling pin. So I found in my cabinet this little plastic, actually it's from Halloween, but it's a nice and smooth, and it's long. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna press it down to kind of like make it flatten out. So you're going to push hard. So you could use a glass. Oh, you know what? I forgot to preheat the oven, because you're going to put this on this cookie sheet lined with wax paper, and you're going to bake this at 250 degrees for 2 hours. So let me go ahead and preheat the oven. Remember, when you're using the oven, always talk to your parents. Let them help you before you do it. Okay, so now I have a nice smooth patch of salt dough, and I'm going to take my cookie cutter, and like I said, if you want to use a knife and do an oval shape, that's fine too. So I'm going to press it down, and then I can lift it up. So look, there's my oval shaped egg. Another thing you're going to need is a straw, because you're going to need to put a hole in the top so you can put a piece of twine or ribbon. And then I'm going to lay it on the cookie sheet, on the wax paper, and then I'm going to do the rest of them. Now, this batch, this is a pretty big oval shape. Depending on your shape of how big your shape is, that is going to depend on how many eggs you get. But you can get as many as you can, and then you could roll up what's left and then try to get another one. And I'm going to smooth out the edges a little bit. It says the recipe says that to make it about 1/4 of an inch high. I'm just eyeing it. You don't want them too thick, but you don't want them too thin either. So make sure you make that hole. And then I have a little bit left over. I think I have enough to make one more egg. Like I said, I hope that you have flour and salt at home. I thought this was so easy. Okay, and then I'm going to roll it out some more. And then, okay, I'm ready to get my last egg. Okay, and I'm going to put a hole in it. If you don't have a straw, you could use a toothpick, but you want to make sure you put the hole in before you bake them, because once they're baked, they get hard. And after you bake them for 2 hours at 250 degrees, you're going to have to let them dry and cool down before you start painting them. So I am ready to put these in my oven, and I hope that you try it. And I'll send you another video on how they look like when they're finished. So please send me pictures of yours, because I can't wait to see it. Hope y'all have a wonderful Easter, and bless you and your family. Thinking of you all so much and miss you. Take care.